Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Double
Double D.
D's. Back at it again. We have a different type of show as normal. We have different subjects that we talk about. How's your week been so far?
Good, good. So, I mean, most part.
D's car was having some mechanical issues.
I had to take mechanic, took it to mechanic,
Yeah.
and it cost a pretty dollar. So,
Everything's going up within inflation and everything, which is kind of one of our topics I want to talk about. Um,
oh, okay,
I mean, we haven't really talked about it, but it's all over the place right now.
yeah,
The economy is insane.
yeah,
Um, Things are really expensive. Now, I did notice gas prices dropped a hair,
yeah. Me too. I saw it
but
drop a little bit.
but they skyrocketed right about 8 months ago, and they dropped a hair. Does that really like saving money?
I mean,
You know,
no.
food prices are out of control. Just, I mean, everything's kind of out of control. I mean, you have Ukraine and Russia. You have Israel and Palestine, and we seem to be funding both of them.
Oh,
So that could
yes.
help in our
I
damaging the economy.
I heard about that.
And
I wonder why.
it's just insane, right? So I think
Yeah, because aren't we broke?
so I think I said we're what 300 trillion in debt or something like that, the United States. I need to
Yeah,
relook that up, but it's got to
yeah.
be over 300
I
trillion
know it's
now.
trillion.
Uh-huh. And things are just out of control with prices, with gas, with food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Crime rate is out of control.
a lot.
So,
Yes.
so, and then with these wars going on, um, that we're funding
Yeah,
or we're helping, right? So
yeah.
I was looking up online, and you guys can look this up online. We have been helping Israel and fund them, and since the 1940s, they've received over 300 billion from
Who?
Israel.
300 billion?
300 billion. Now, some of that has been with war weapons of from the U.S. and money. They're kind of combining both, but
But
everything's
yeah,
yeah, everything's been about 300 billion.
300
Yeah, they're
billion.
the most that we fund. Yeah, crazy, right?
That is crazy.
I know, I know,
300 billion? Oh my
and
god.
we we have really been funding a lot of countries. So in I looked up just in their year. I looked up 2021. I looked up countries that we gave money to just in that year, right?
2021.
Uh
Okay.
huh. Right. I
Yeah.
just looked it up and saw 2021. I picked that one out, and we'll
Mm,
roll with
mm.
it, right? So I'm sure in other years there's been other other countries that we give money to, but in 2021 we gave 3.31 billion to Israel, 1.6 billion to Jordan. Afghanistan was 1.4 billion.
What?
Ethiopia, yeah. Ethiopia was 1.39 billion. Egypt was 1.29 billion, right? Yemen was 1.4 billion and South Sudan was 1 billion. Now, there were more. Oh, there were
What?
more. Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh, we gave Israel a lot more money than everybody else.
Yeah, they seem to be protected by us extremely well. And you know what's crazy? I don't think they really give us anything back that we need.
No, they
Mm,
don't have what we have, so I
mm.
don't think they could give us anything
I'm
back.
just, I didn't look that up, so I don't know if that's really a fact. I don't, based off of everything I've seen or read or heard, they're a country that doesn't supply anything back. So, like Taiwan, right?
Mhm.
They supply chips, a lot of chips, like computer chips, car chips.
Oh,
They
okay.
supply a lot of chips. Now, rumor is that's why China wants them as well. Because if you control
Oh,
those chips, you control a lot, right?
oh, okay. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
what you mean.
Now, that's one of the reasons. Sure, there's a lot more, but that's one
Yeah,
of them. Um, but anyways, going back to that, so we've given a lot of countries money.
money. Even Afghan.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. Even I found that so I didn't read this recently, but I'm almost sure that we give like um Panama money for the Panama Canal. So we have
Yeah,
access to it. Yeah.
really.
Yeah, I could almost remember I hear Trump talking about that. If you guys want, look that up, let us know. But I'm almost sure that we give them money so we have access for boats to go through Panama Canal. Crazy, right?
That's pretty crazy.
For business. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just lets you know
Wow.
where a lot of your money goes to and why. One of the reasons why the economy's shit. Yeah.
Ah. There's nothing to do. Like I can't say anything about it. It's crazy.
So the U.S. has given more foreign countries money than any other country. Yeah. We so in
Right.
Ukraine,
I didn't know that.
2022,
Yeah.
we gave them 12 billion.
Oh my god.
So what's crazy is you guys are suffering out there, right? The economy is crap, but we can give other countries money because can I
Because
guess
we can give every other country
country
money.
money and fund
Like,
their wars.
oh yeah, and fund all the wars. But our people must suffer.
They must.
That
That's
is crazy.
It's crazy, right?
Must suffer. It's like, look at not you, peasant. You don't deserve this money. We're gonna give it to other countries that don't do anything for us.
Right?
Yeah.
We have our homelessness is out of control.
Yeah.
Out of control.
Out of control.
To it could be also because we're here in California, which is why our homelessness is out of control. Most liberal states welcome them,
Yeah.
open arms, open
Yeah.
arms here in these states out
Yeah.
here. But that's another related
It-
kind of subject, but different.
yeah. No, I
Because
mean,
I
yeah.
could go on a homelessness for hours.
It's crazy. It's crazy to us.
They're taking over
To
businesses.
us,
They're
it's just so crazy how we just allow homeless people
to run amok.
to run amok.
Yeah.
And since
So
there's so many, it's like crime has come up because of that. And
it's one of the reasons. One of the reasons. So, I mean, or like, so up the street, we had a guy, like, we're not too far from a donut shop, right? And
oh yeah,
this owner had its windows broken by a homeless man. And I said, "Did you report it?" And he said, "Why?" He said, "I reported him last time, and the cops said I'll take him to jail, but he'll be out in a day." So he's like, "All I do is give that guy a free meal, a warm bed. If I was to report him, I feel like it's worse not to report him, so I don't give him anything."
yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That
This
is
guy,
crazy.
this guy broke his windows, his doors. This homeless dude broke his car that was parked outside, busted all the windows, but he didn't want to report him because that was worse than
Then
reporting
reporting
him.
him.
So
That
what do
is crazy.
What do you do, right? Take matters into your own hands.
I don't
You
know.
know, California is very much against that at
Yeah.
times. They're great for like
The person committing the crime.
committing the crime. Yeah, thank you. The person committing the crime. You're you're gonna be all right. But for the person that's the honest, hardworking American,
The honest citizen.
yeah,
Honest citizen.
this state, whoa,
Yeah.
you know, and you know
Yeah,
what's
the luck.
what's crazy is the people don't want to change their mind here and vote different.
No, that is crazy because I hear a lot of people just complaining about it, have something to say about it, yet we don't say anything.
They don't want to change
We
the
don't
voting. They
change
still
it.
want a Democrat or a hard liberal running the show.
Like,
It's crazy because isn't that the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and hoping for changes.
Yeah, and hoping for changes. Look, it's not gonna change something.
Right?
Not. I don't know.
It's crazy.
I think it's crazy.
And then San Francisco is hell. That place is hell. Have you seen they're breaking into cars daylight?
Yeah.
Insane, man. And everybody gets away with it. And people that
Didn't they have a law where it's like if you steal something,
if it's under worth a certain
yeah,
amount,
under worth a certain amount,
yours.
it's yours.
Yeah, it's yours.
That's,
Why go to work, man, when you can get it for free?
yeah, like at that point, you just might as well just start stealing stuff.
So a lot of people don't know that. Let me see. How do I word this right? There was a law that they were trying to pass here in California that had to do with abducting and hurting children, right? And giving them the life sentence, right? And then when I say hurting, abducting, and hurting children, it could be, sex slave trade type of deal.
Yeah.
It could be whatever is on that is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, good things.
Yeah, not good things. All horrific horror things that if person was caught on the street or even in prison, this person would be dead.
Yes.
Right, by your normal everyday person, right? Yeah. So anyways, it was up for it to pass, like where they vote on it to pass the law on extreme punishment for those who abduct and hurt children. And California said no.
What?
Yeah, like life imprisonment for doing stuff like that. And California said no. Yeah, this was
California said no.
Yeah, this was maybe a few months ago.
You know what's crazy is they're trying to legalize
that stuff. You mean like
I don't know, because we don't want to get.
Yeah, we're trying to word things, and some of this stuff is pretty horrific. So
not legalize but legalize the
like the age.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm 10, so I'm 10 when you're 40.
Something like that. It was something like that.
Yeah, we know what they're. Yeah, they're trying to do that here in California. I saw. I need to find it. It's called. I can't remember what it's called, but I saw it, and it's actually a website, a group of people that are trying to make that happen.
And that is crazy because I never expected that at all. Because I mean, you would never understand that because in your head it's like
I know, right?
Ah,
I know.
Oh,
So
frustrating.
let's change this. And by the way, too, before I change the subject, there's a movie called Sounds of Freedom.
Oh, I never
Right.
watched it, but you did.
Depressing. However, it is good to know what's going on out there with a lot of these children and these sickos out there. So it's called Sounds of Freedom. We don't promote movies like that, but it's a good movie. It is heartbreaking. However, check it out. It has to do with what we're talking about, and it's going all over the world, right?
Yeah.
And United States is heavily involved in stuff like that, unfortunately. But it's what's going on, and just so you know, just
Speaks the truth.
yeah, it's the truth, right? But let's change the subject because that's pretty depressing to another depressing subject, something we were talking about earlier. Now, I know people. I was looking up online, and people tend to be worried about what's going on with the Israel Ukraine
Yes.
wars,
Yes.
right? Or I should say,
People-
Israel, Palestine, Ukraine, and Russia.
Yeah.
Now, Ukraine is not part of NATO, right?
No.
But Israel is,
Yes.
and we are funding Ukraine, right?
That
Still.
I didn't understand.
Yeah, so we're
'Cause we're-
funding Ukraine
Yeah. Funny.
and we're funding Israel.
Yeah.
Both Russia and China do not like us. Iran doesn't like us, right?
Yeah.
Iran is helping the Palestinians,
Yes.
right? So, and then and North Korea is not a big fan of us either.
No.
So with all that kind of going on,
but no one cares about North Korea. Let's be honest.
and some say China wants to take over Taiwan while this chaos is happening.
What?
I looked up online and I saw that a lot of people are looking up, are worried about the draft.
Yeah.
A lot of young people are worried about the
yeah,
draft.
because earlier, it was like a couple of days. My cousin were talking for a minute, and he was like, "Did you hear?" I'm like, "What? World War III might start happening." I'm like, "Oh man, don't remind me of what's going on, man." It's funny because now people are starting to think there's a draft, and there's a
Right.
chance of World War III going on, happening soon. So
Right.
it's kind of like it's a very scary moment for everybody, really.
Well, it showed that Gen Z, which is your generation,
I don't know why you guys say it like that, but yes,
is the one most looking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we are the youngest of the bunch, so we
Right.
would,
That could be drafted.
yeah, we
right.
would be the first to go.
Right. So, and I was talking to some young gentlemen a few days ago, and they were saying, "Hey, I'm an only son. I don't, I won't get drafted." Now, just so you know, that's false according to Google. You can get drafted. They just might have a different position for you.
Oh, so they won't have you going in the trenches. They'll have you more like
Maybe office work or
Office
whatever. But just so you know, now keep in mind this is all stuff I found online. You could look it up for yourself, but it doesn't save you from the draft. You still have to sign up.
but
it
it does save you from the war type of deal. Like,
Right.
You don't have to go in the fight.
possibly.
Possibly not going in the
Possibly.
fight.
So that is something as well. Make sure you sign up for the draft if you're 18 and over. It's the law, and only if you're a
Yeah.
male, right? There
Yeah.
goes equal rights, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that
That's why
men's lives?
I was thinking about like they want to like women want equal rights, yet they're not fighting for doing
No.
the draft.
You won't hear women fight for the draft.
You know, I had to do the draft.
Everybody's gonna sign up for it. That's 18 and over, or
Yeah,
I
I think I actually signed it
when you
earlier, but that was because I was going to college or something like that. Or like I was doing
Yeah, once you go to
FAFSA.
college, you
Yeah, I was
pretty
doing like
much sign it.
FAFSA or something like
Yeah.
that, and so I signed early.
Right.
But either way, I mean, as soon as I turn 18, they say pretty much if war happens, we can take you out your beds.
And when you think about it, okay, so that's signing up for the draft,
Yeah.
right? But the last actual draft happened in the 1970s. Isn't that
Mhm.
crazy?
Yeah.
That's not that long ago. Like I know a lot of young people are like, "Oh, 70s, that's old."
Actually, wait, that's not that long
But
ago
when
at
you
all.
do the numbers, and a lot of people say the draft doesn't exist. Well, if it didn't exist, they wouldn't make you sign,
Yeah.
right? So don't believe that. Number one. Number two, the last draft was in the 1970s. You think about that. That was not that long
It
ago.
wasn't long ago at all.
So it does exist. It can happen. I'm not saying be worried, but there's not much you could do about it, really.
Yeah. Just be prepared.
It lets you know as a male, your life is really never your own. Because at the
Nah.
end of the day, the government can call on you. Your life belongs to them,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And you
Um,
have to go when time comes.
things go down, they can say all the men need to come out. Pretty much.
Call your number. They have you by number.
They
So,
do.
um,
Got my number. I gotta check.
yeah.
That's important.
I mean, that day might come. I don't know. All I know is, just try to pay attention to what's going on.
And try not to keep your head in the clouds too much, though.
Yeah.
Have fun still.
But with that being said, so let's look at this, right? Our biggest enemies, right? Let's look at our biggest enemies. Our biggest enemies are China, Russia, Iran, Bhutan. I think this was called Bhutan.
Man,
Yeah, I
never
I
heard
don't,
of that.
North Korea, Syria, and Palestine, Venezuela, and Cuba. Okay. Those are like our biggest enemies. Now, I'm sure there's more out there.
Those are the big ones.
Those are the big ones. And by the way, Syria's on there, and it showed in 2021 that we give them money, like almost $1 billion. Yeah, we give them all money, even enemies, to fund us to come to war with us. Okay.
Crazy.
So in 2023, here is who is on our side, part of NATO. Now, this is part of
Okay.
NATO who is on our side.
Yeah.
Belgium, Canada. Canada. Come on. Denmark, France, Iceland, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, UK,
Yes.
Greece, Turkey, Germany, Spain, the Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, Bulgaria, Estonia. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry. Latvia, Romania, Slovakia, Slovenia, Croatia, Montenegro, North Macedonia.
Okay.
And some of these were part of NATO from 1949, and other. This has gone through history where they joined NATO,
Yeah,
right? And the
later
most
through the
recent
years.
was 2020. 2020. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Which was the last one you said.
So I mean, we do have a lot of people on our side,
Yeah.
right? If stuff was to go down, who would really have your back, or are they your friends? Because you ever been in that situation where your friend takes off when there's a fight? So you're in a group and you're like, we could take these guys, and the guy's like,
Just runs off.
no, we can't.
Either
No, we
runs
can't.
off or decides to go on the other team. Say, dude, come on, man.
Yeah. That sounds like France. But anyways, so those are the ones on our side, and I was looking up our top strongest allies, right? So
Yeah.
they were basing it off of land, weaponry, different things like that, right? What they have to offer
Mm.
in a war.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the top 10. Now I found this on a website. You guys can look up
Oh,
a
take
different
it or
one.
leave it. Take it with a grain of
Yeah.
salt.
UK,
I believe that.
Canada,
I have to do more research on that.
right? Japan,
Okay.
Israel,
I have to
I
do
know.
more research on that.
South Korea, Australia, France, Germany.
Germany.
The two wars. Yeah,
They
right.
started the
The two
world wars last time.
Poland, India, Spain, Philippines.
India.
I know. New Zealand, Norway, Mexico. I know, right?
Be honest,
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Ukraine. Now these are not all part of NATO,
yeah.
but what they're saying is that as allies they would have our back. Now I think the only reason Mexico made it in there is because we could use their land to run across stuff.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know because I heard that Mexico wasn't really on our side, but
They've always been a hit or miss.
but that was off a website.
Yeah.
I would easily say somewhere like Ukraine, not Ukraine, I'm sorry, UK, Italy, for sure.
I think Japan. Japan would do some good.
Japan. Yeah, but you caused one tsunami on them and wiped out.
True.
Yeah. You know?
I don't know why South Korea is there. Are they that
powerful?
like,
I don't know.
I'd have to see for myself or do my own research.
Right.
Yeah. Some of those it's like okay, I can see that, and some of them are gotta do more research.
I know. Right? So we could go on this stuff for hours, but I just kind of want to let you know what's kind of going on out there. Talk about it a little bit. We can go on this for a long time. Where the economy's at, where other countries stand, right? What's going on with our money? How our dollar value is extremely dropped. We could go on this for hours. So, but with that, I think we're just gonna leave that there because we could go on that for a long time. So let me ask you a question.
Asking me or the viewers?
No, I want to ask you.
Oh,
right. I want to ask you a question. With Russia going after Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
With Israel and Palestine going to war, right? With United States funding both these wars, right? Is this China's chance to take on Taiwan?
Oh.
And do you think will they do it? Because that would trigger possible.
This would be their chance. This would be actually their best chance if they ever really want to take that. If they would they do it? China's been really trying to be the best country right now. So if they do it, I wouldn't be surprised.
At this time, would this be their moment? Because we're occupied.
I would say so because we're busy with two wars right now. So we're more focused on the wars, on the two wars going on.
I mean, if there's a chance, this would be their best opportunity.
I think this would be the best opportunity.
Okay. Now, here's another thing. Let me ask you this other question with this going on.
Okay.
What was it? Maybe a year ago or something? There was a balloon flying over through the United States, right? That crossed pretty much the whole United States, right? Yeah. Before it got shot down. Biden gave the go to shoot it down as it was at the end. It already ran through the United States. Now, the rumor is it was from China. And they were taping or recording our where everything's at, locations from above, right?
Or land, yeah.
The balloon crossed through Alaska,
Yeah.
Canada, United States from Washington to Idaho in the far west to all the way east around Georgia or South Carolina is where it ended. Did Biden allow it? Do you think Biden purposely allowed it? Because I think he did.
I have to agree with you on that.
It went through the whole
Because-
United States.
I don't think because especially since like we have so much technology. How could you not?
Right?
You told me about those missiles that we shot down. What, like 90% of those missiles that were sent to Israel?
Okay.
Like 99 or
Right.
something.
So
And you're telling me we can't shoot down a balloon?
they shot 5,000 missiles, and I can't remember the number. Palestine shot at Israel 5,000 missiles, right? I can't remember the number, but keep in mind, Israel has our technology because we give it to them,
Yeah.
right? Now, keep in mind, Israel's ordered 25 more F-35s, right? Which is fighter jets, right? Obviously, United States is paying for it because we always do for them.
Always.
And they have our like technology. When Palestine shot those 5,000 missiles, majority of those missiles did not hit because United States has technology given to them that protects their land from missiles coming in
And pretty much shot down 95% of those missiles.
right. Now people did die still,
Yeah.
but the amount that was saved because of the technology that United States has was phenomenal.
Yeah, and you're telling me we have that type of technology,
But to shoot down
but to shoot down a balloon when it literally crossed through our land,
right.
I don't understand that. We shot down 95%. Now, granted, yes, some missiles got past, but we shot down most of them.
Most of them.
And this balloon wasn't going as fast as a rocket. Let's be honest, it's a balloon.
It's crazy that's going on,
Yeah.
right? So I think he did allow it.
so
I don't know what he's
Why? Yeah.
trying
Why
to
he
do,
did
but
it? I don't know.
yeah,
But I think he did.
I think he did.
He
too.
allowed it.
And I think he allowed it because he's on their payroll. Just lay it out there.
Ooh.
I think he's on their payroll.
What
just
do
like
you people think?
right. I think his pockets are deep. So, um, so listen, we're talking about all these wars, but let me state some things going on here. So I looked it up, and you could look it up too. I looked up the shortest wars in history and the longest wars in history, right? To kind of give you a little bit of a hope that things aren't all going crazy. The shortest war was UK and Zanzibar, I think it's called, in 1896. It lasted 38 to 45 minutes.
What?
Yeah, that's the shortest war. But it makes you laugh. But listen, the UK was involved in that. But listen, at least lives were spared.
Yeah, no, that's
and-
great. Actually, it's
Right.
actually a very good thing.
That's a good thing.
Good thing.
Now, don't we wish they would all never start? But if they did, don't you wish they would just last
that's
no longer
like
than
that.
that?
Yeah.
Like two dudes fighting in the street. Let's hash this
Yeah,
out,
just
and we'll
hustle
call
it
it
out.
good.
Yeah, get your two best fighters. All right, double team it.
Now, the longest war in history,
This is rough.
lasted 781 years, from 711 to 1492. Long time.
That was crazy.
Yeah. And that one was between the Catholic Spanish Empire and the Moors living in I guess they're Morocco and Algeria. What's now Morocco and Algeria.
Oh, okay, yeah.
there's a lot of wars that lasted hundreds of years. What's crazy to me about that is that these wars that are hundreds of years. So you have taught your children's children, children, and children's, so on and so forth, to hate these people for hundreds of years. Hate them.
People probably don't even know why they hate them. They were just raised to
You're right.
hate them.
They were born, let's just say you were born 200 years in the middle now of this war. You've only known war.
Yeah.
That's all you've known. You've never known peace.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you hate these people, and it's probably already been forgotten why you hate these people,
Yeah.
right? So, like,
I don't understand.
Like, 100 years later, the stories got twisted. Nobody's for sure what really happened. The people who were really involved have all died, right? And so now it's 300, 400 years into this war, and nobody knows for sure the exact story of what really happened. Because they're all dead. Isn't that crazy? And you guys have been killing each other for hundreds of years.
And you guys,
hundreds of years.
you guys don't even know why.
That's insane.
Like, at that point, just, I don't know, make a deal or something.
and just so you know, the Roman Germanic Wars left 708 years. The Anglo-French Wars lasted 706 years. The Roman Persian Wars last 681 years. Like, that was just the longest one, but there's other wars. This goes on. Unfortunately, longer wars last longer, have been predominant. But there is that shortest war that brings people hope.
That's probably the best war.
Yeah. So, with that said, this has been one of our longest shows, if not our longest show.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
But we had some interesting stuff. That's the thing.
I could go on this for a while. Like,
go for a long time.
I mean,
long time.
So with that, I think our show's coming to an end.
Info stacked. Yes.
And so it's the Double D's signing off.
And guys, hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. It definitely helps out.
Yeah, guys, and let me remind you, I know all this stuff is going on in the economy. Hold on. Everything's gonna come together. You're gonna be okay. I get you. It's rough. I have a large family myself. I know things are expensive. Things are out of control. I know. Listen, we're all there with you. Just hang in there, work hard, and remember, guys, be safe, be happy, and please be respectful. Thank you.
Guys, have a good night.
Good night.
Lately, I've been staring at the dark. Am I in a